Hello and welcome to Bounding into Comics. My name is John Trent. I'm the founder and editor-in-chief at Bounding into Comics. And today I got another story about Shang-Chi actor Simu Liu deleting his tweet making fun of singer Cardi B after a number of users on Twitter took issue with the tweet following the release of Marvel's first Shang-Chi trailer. The tweet, which Liu wrote in November 2012, read, quote, "I thought I was at a Nicki Minaj concert for 20 minutes before I realized I was just watching a homeless man yell at a pigeon." Liu would address the tweet on April 19, 2021. He posted to Twitter, "Well, this was a highly dumb tweet. Looks like a dumb 23-year-old trying to sound clever." He followed that up announcing he was deleting the tweet. He simply wrote, "Deleting." It really shouldn't come as a surprise that Liu deleted the tweet. The actor has made it clear he's a believer in woke culture. In fact, he's one of the more radical believers in the way of the woke. Back in June 2020, the actor called for the defunding of police. He wrote, "Over the last few days, I went from empathetic and sad to just plain angry. Defund it, and make way for a new system that doesn't prey on the lives of the underprivileged." Not only does he want the police completely defunded and eradicated, but he also believes in systemic racism. He tweeted, "Super proud of my parents for watching the YouTube video I sent about systemic racism and also proactively educating themselves. Yes, my WeChat profile picture is me in a tux. I think it gives off a very classy vibe, and I'm not interested in your judgment. K, thanks." He also shared a screenshot between him and his parents. In the screenshot, his parents say, "Not sure what we should learn from it as Asian immigrants." And he responds, "I think to be kinder to black folks, to stop thinking of them as criminals, to stop making assumptions just based on the color of their skin." That's interesting that he's admitting that to me, that sounds like he's admitting that he did that. But moving on, he would go on to tweet this: "The bar is set too goddamn low. The officers should be disciplined for the slightest abuse of force and power. They should be disciplined for every punch, kick, swing of a baton, or smirk that was not absolutely necessary." He concluded saying, "A system that condones all of this is broken." He's advocating for punishing police officers for smirking. It's insane. Liu would later call for the reboot of the criminal justice system. He wrote, "Just remember, we had to reboot Spider-Man a few times to get Tom Holland. We can reboot the criminal justice system too." I would argue that Tom Holland's Spider-Man is the worst depiction of the three Spider-Man characters. Spider-Man is not the apprentice of Tony Stark, so that analogy doesn't even work. The actor would also reveal what his vision for a world without police looks like. He tweeted "What will we replace the police with all these like weird capitalizations." And then he explained, and he gave an answer, which this is just takes the cake. He wrote, "Social workers, crisis staff trained in de-escalation, women's shelters, counselors, Planned Parenthood, therapists, safe injection sites, rehab, community outreach, night classes, affordable health care. Hashtag imagine something different." I'm pretty sure we have all of those things already. So I'm not really sure how they're going to be replacing police. This just shows how ignorant this guy really is about this subject. And interestingly, he would then try and backpedal. At least it appears that he's trying to backpedal, saying that he's not actually trying to abolish the police. And he would cite a Vox article written by Emily Vanderwerf. He tweeted, "Welcome, cynics and conservative trolls. Glad you're dropping by. While you're here, please take a gander as to what abolishing the police actually looks like. Spoiler alert, it doesn't mean absolutely no police anymore." Just on the face, it's just an absolutely stupid tweet. Like, who writes that and thinks they're being smart? Abolishing the police doesn't mean no police anymore. What do you think the word abolish means? But to show how even dumber the tweet is, in the article, Vanderwerf admits she has no clue about what she's actually writing about, which is supposed to be about abolishing the police. And I'm being serious. This is what she writes in the article. "I'm not even really here to tell you that the police should be abolished. I'm no policy expert." So she's admitting she doesn't know what she's talking about. And then this is how she claims her authority. She says, "But a lot of people I tend to agree with on other questions of socio-political interest people who know what they're talking about think doing so, or at least significantly reducing the power of the police and reimagining their function, is probably a good idea. Like, she actually wrote that. She literally just reworded the analogy. If my friend jumps off a bridge, I'm gonna jump off it too because my friend thought it was a great idea. Like, that is the logic of what she just wrote. And Lou is citing this as like, oh, look, I'm right because I shared this Vox article. But it gets even worse. Not only does she admit she has no clue what she's talking about, but she also admits that abolishing the police does indeed mean abolishing the police. It doesn't mean absolutely no police anymore. This is what she writes. But if such a drastic approach seems so wild as to be impossible, don't think about abolish the police as merely a policy proposal, though it is that. That's right. Lou cited an article claiming that abolish the police doesn't actually mean abolish the police, when the actual article makes it clear it does indeed mean abolish the police. It's just too easy. These people they expose themselves with their stupidity all the time, and it's just so easy to actually pick it apart when you take some time and actually think about it. And so, does it really surprise me that someone who would go to these lengths to advocate for the abolishment of police would delete a funny joke about Cardi B because the wokies on Twitter demanded it? No, not at all. This is what I actually expected him to do. And I'm sure he'll be making a lot more concessions in the future. My name is John Trent, and you've been watching Bounding in the Comics.